It's getting a lot of attention because he's a popular comedian and the founder of a community service group called Rake. We are on East 66th Street off of Superior, and I'm going to point to you the houses behind me where investigators are still looking for evidence. The parking lot will show you just how high this water is. This location closed around 6 o'clock, and the manager told me that nothing was harmed inside. This is quite a day to protest. It's raining, cold. Why are you here tonight?
To make sure that our voice is heard.
The shooting happened around 2 p.m. today at MLK and Shaker at that intersection. We're told that this was probably a father and son and that they were coming from a football game. See, I'm in the interactive court here. People have the chance to shoot around and okay, that's why I'm going to keep my day job. The staff says they found about 30 bottles tucked behind books and other random places inside the library. And as you can see, we wasted no time having some fun and putting them to use. People filled Cleveland's Trinity Cathedral this afternoon for a Christmas tradition. There's a heavy police presence, but even behind our cameras, there have been neighbors and family members just coming out, passing out these flyers with Nevaeh's picture on it. Investigators are still here on Thurmont Road, out here in Akron, and this is after that rape suspect shot at police. The Downtown Cleveland Alliance tweeted out tonight that there are over 300,000 lights up and around Public Square right now. As you mentioned, around 6 o'clock earlier today, CSU sent out a tweet to tell all of the students to shelter in place, a lockdown to keep everyone away from this area as police searched for Steve Stevens. But at 7:47, they sent out another tweet letting students know that it was okay, but to still be alert. And right now, students tell me that they are afraid, but are still staying vigilant, staying alert. And there is a massive police presence around the city, especially around campus. We've noticed different agencies driving around and all through the city, including earlier today where I spoke with the family of the victim, of the man that we saw in that Facebook Live video. That shooting happened on East 93rd. His family was there almost inconsolable, but I did speak to them for a moment about their father. Take a listen.
He's a good guy.
Very good-hearted.
Keep the shirt off his back. And I'm not just saying that for these cameras, like people do, knowing that they people really ain't right, but I'm telling the truth that this man right here was a good man. And I just hate, I hate he's gone. You know what I mean? I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's not real.
Feel like my heart is gonna stop.
Feel like you'll be all right.
It feel like it's gonna stop.
You're gonna be all right.
It feel like it's gonna stop.
Lisa.
Unbelievable. And Chris and Lydia, that family didn't even realize that shooting had been broadcast on Facebook Live until we spoke with them there at the scene. Just unbelievable, and still waves of fear throughout the city, including here at CSU. But for right now, getting answers in Cleveland. Shanice Dunning, Cleveland 19 News. That Akron police and investigators are still here on Thurmont Road, out here in Akron, and this is after that rape suspect shot at police. Police shot back, and police tell me this all started when a woman sent a text to her cousin for help. Police say it started with a text message. A 40-year-old woman inside this house on Thurmont Road texted her cousin saying that she was being held at gunpoint and that a man tried to rape her. When officers arrived at 4 a.m., the woman ran from the house.
We just started hearing gunfire.
As officers went inside, the suspect fired shots. Police shot back. Police moved outside and they say they tried to talk to the suspect, but he didn't respond. That's when SWAT teams were called to the scene.
I seen SWAT team coming out from the back of our apartment building.
Marie Calloway lives nearby and heard the chaos from her window.
So I couldn't sleep at all because I knew something bad was going to probably end out of this because he wouldn't surrender.
Police say after 4 hours of trying to make contact with the suspect, SWAT teams went inside and found him dead with gunshot wounds. Now police say the medical examiner must determine if the fatal gunshot wounds came from officers or were self-inflicted. 2 Akron officers have been placed on administrative leave while the incident is under investigation.
I'm praying that she's okay, and it's just a tragedy.
And the Bureau of Criminal Investigation are the investigators out here right now. They are conducting an independent investigation, as they do with all police-involved shootings. And so I have to also mention that who else was on scene all day today was the suspect's family. They did not want to do an interview on camera, but I was able to talk to one relative who told me that's not my cousin's character. That's all they were able to tell me. But I also spoke with Akron police, who say that the medical examiner should have a cause of death on the suspect within a week or so. Getting answers in Akron, Shanice Dunning, Cleveland 19 News. Yeah, it is a really weird situation, and the staff can't seem to find the answers to this. Since mid-January, clean and empty A1 sauce bottles have been popping up on the shelves and other random places. Jill Ralston can't wrap her head around it.
Is it a game, and we just don't know how to play it?
Someone has been leaving what appears to be empty A1 steak sauce bottles around Avon Lake Library. Ralston is the marketing and PR coordinator for the library. She says they found the first bottle in January.
And it was shoved in our newspapers.
They didn't think too much of it.
But there's no label. The label's been peeled, but you can tell that there had been a label on.
But then days later, they found another one.
Like dishwasher clean, totally clean, dry inside and out, just a hint of the A1 still lingering in the bottle.
The staff says they found about 30 bottles tucked behind books and other random places inside the library.
And some days we find multiples. There have been times where we have found as many as 3 or 4 in one day.
People like Anthony Capuccini have their theories.
I just think it's a couple kids playing some pranks, you know.
But Ralston told me she doesn't think kids are behind it.
We think they're being hidden during the day sometime. So that makes me think it's not a student.
It's a mystery.
Well, this is really weird. This is just so bizarre.
But Ralston says if it is a game, they would at least like to know the rules. That way, they can play along.
Are we messing up the game by finding them and removing them from the shelf? I have no idea.
Now, Ralston says she wonders if someone is buying the bottles and pouring them out. It could be a possibility, but she says she's reached out to police and they haven't heard anything like this before. Shanice Dunning, Cleveland 19 News.